Helluva is a dark comedy animated series centered on YouTube created by Vivian. I probably butchered that, but it is what it is. Now, if you're clicking on this video, I assume you've seen it before. If you haven't, here's the description that Google gives you. My main goal was to do a full season sort of little recap, but then I realized, no. Just no. Too many episodes, too much runtime. If I'm not mistaken, it's a total over 2 hours of runtime for all of the episodes, so I'm sort of splitting it up. I'm going to be going over runtime, characters being introduced, the plot. It's just going to be a full overview. Also, this might just be me, but it does not feel 3 years ago. This feels like last year. The whole point of this is to be quick, so right into it. The pilot. Alright, now I'm going to go over the actors. And I was originally going to go down a list of what they all did, but all of these actors, or some of them, have over 20 roles. So I'm going to go by list some of the main characters for this segment, the actors' names, and 2 things that I could find that they did. Alright, Blitz was voiced by Brandon Rogers, who is known from YouTube and Magic Funhouse. He's also the co-writer of Helluva. Erica Lindbeck voiced Loona, and also Millie in the pilot. She's also been a voice in Cyberpunk and in anime dubs such as Dragon Ball. Vivian Nixon is the voice for Millie from episode 1 on. She was in Grey's Anatomy and Top 5. Moxie is voiced by Richard Horvitz. He was also in Grim and Evil and Invader Zim. Stolas was first voiced by Brock Baker in the pilot, who's known for YouTube and being the voice of Brody Fox for the Yo Mama thing. I know. Bryce Pinkham voiced Stolas from episode 1 on. He was in Blindspot and Almost Love. Stella was voiced by Georgina Leahy, who is also in Blame the Hero and News Uncovered. Now, I'm going to have links to all of these actors below. You need to check them out because I swear 80% of these people you've heard before in a show. I had no idea. Also, as for the animation credits, they will all be at the end of the video. So the pilot is... well, it's a pilot. It introduces you to the characters, which is what most of the time spent doing. Also, this absolute banger was in this episode.
When you want somebody gone and you don't want to wait too long, call the immediate murder professionals.
Yeah, I can't obviously show most of that, but the key songs are going to get pointed out. This is one of them. The whole plot here is based on them having a book of some sorts that lets them go into the overworld and basically kill whoever they want. And they get paid for it, just, I guess, doing what they love. You know, it's hell, right? Kicks off with some arguments about finances and follows them, quote unquote, accidentally shooting this thing. They bring the kid to a human hospital for some reason, and you also get to hear this gem.
Doctor, he's not responding.
Oh, what a stat!
Absolutely perfect. You want more detail on how they reacted when they saw that they didn't have insurance? You also get introduced into what Stolas is going to kind of become.
Choke on that red of yours, sticking out your and with more teeth until you're screaming.
That's his character for now. Yeah, and that thing was their target, and they have a nice little happy ending leading into the credits. Gosh, I can feel the copyright strikes. Alright, the actual season 1 start. Miss Mayberry, the teacher, is voiced by Mara Wilson, who was in the Big Hero 6 series, and also Miss Doubtfire. Now, this episode starts off pretty weird. It's never a good sign if you start off in a classroom. You know this. You get a nice little teacher jingle. My brain doesn't want to handle that. This teacher that was happy ends up video chatting her husband, who is apparently cheating on her. Everybody sees this. Yeah, everybody. And she sort of goes on a rampage. I'll just leave it at a rampage. There's also these characters introduced, but I don't even remember their names, and we never really see them again. So she apparently managed to survive. I don't know how, but whatever, you know? She's pulling that cosplay, that one dude from SpongeBob. Plays the victim card. Gets money, starts a new family. If you told an AI to draw a lumberjack, that's what it would look like right there. I don't even know what these 2 things are. Miss Mayberry, the teacher, apparently this in hell now, but whatever, wants to get revenge. Kind of understandably. I don't know. I'm not going to play the judge here. They do the drill. They pull up to the house, and they're getting ready to take the shot. I hate saying these names, but I have to. And that ends, yeah. Turns out the family was actually psychopaths, and after the shot was missed, they immediately went on the hunt. I'm not going to show how they were psychopaths. You can watch that for yourself. Also, you remember that scene from the first episode with this man? Yeah, he's the same. So, the family tries to sort of sacrifice them. It doesn't work. And instead of killing them all, except the mom, you can watch that yourself to figure that out. They were apparently so wanted, this is what the cops do. They end up celebrating, he's traumatized. it is what it is. We get to move on. Season 1, Episode 2. Octavia, Stolas' daughter, is voiced by Barret, who is also in Bridge and Tunnel, along with a debut in SNL. Fizzarolli, well, the robot one in this case, was voiced by Brightman, who was in The Blacklist and Dead End Paranormal Park. So we get a flashback to Stolas' daughter. Yeah, somehow he has one. I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm not even gonna question it. It's a lullaby, makes her feel better. She was having a nightmare. And then you go to modern times, where there's, you know, to try and make her daughter leave the emo phase, they go to Lululand, which is apparently a circus or something. I don't know. I've never even been to a circus myself. I just know they kind of existed. Maybe not. I don't know. Honestly. Who knows? Stolas decides to hire the assassin team as sort of like a security thing. It's interesting because she obviously doesn't want to be here, and, well, it's hell, so you can imagine it's not the best. They decide to split up, sort of like a shift or whatever. Blitz takes the first shift. Those two go off and do absolute mayhem. To be fair, with the attention span of basically everybody ever, it's probably good to have two stories going at once. So he does his little hitman looking, I don't even know what to call this. Whatever. Man's just moving. And there actually are assassins here. Don't know if they're much of a threat, but we'll see, you know? Who cares? We get a flashback to the circus, and no, she hated this place. So did Blitz, because he was a clown, and I guess that creates some sort of connection. Yep. No, not him again. I guess they are sort of dangerous, and they get wiped out. Okay, and we get introduced to Fizzarolli, which was apparently Blitz's childhood friend. I don't really know much of the young lore, but we'll get more to that later, huh? Also another banger. So, off to the secondary storyline. Lil Man, that's what I'm calling him now, I've decided, is trying to win Millie a prize. But it's rigged, because of course it is. Lil Bird, yeah, that's her name now, gets mad, runs away, and boom, another storyline. That man was hitting that. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, there's a lot going on now. Split back off to Lil Man, and boom, because why not? Emotional scenes, which not my favorite, but I'm covering them anyway. Just like my brain during an exam, yep. So yeah, they make up. And you get to see some of his power. And that ends us off. The credits are going to be after this little message here, but this was originally planned to include the third episode. I have been sitting here trying to edit for like hours now. And if you notice that the editing near the second half of this got a little bit worse, well, that's just because I'm getting tired. It's past midnight. It is rough. This is like 3 days after recording just because I knew this was gonna suck to edit. Here's a picture of the editing screen so you can understand a little bit of it. If you enjoy this, and if this gets a little bit of traction, I will put more effort into the commentary and editing. I just, I want to see where this can bring me. Alright, I have nothing else. Peace.